Top of the morning. I'm Van behind the camera, and
I'm Jane behind the man behind the camera.
we're known as the baby boomers.
We're the backyard carpenters.
Oh, baby boomers can't.
He's not quite awake yet this morning.
That's too early. All right, so this is a table that has a coat of special walnut, and it is a cherry dining room table, and that is what I'm going to be using. Old-fashioned paste wax. Now, Jane is going to explain what she's doing. This is the door we built the other day.
Yep, this is our door. I got one coat of paint on it to protect it from the rain. I mean, like 15 minutes before we had a downpour. But it looks like it held up okay, so I'm going to put the final coat on this today and maybe work a little bit more on my chair.
How about the side of the house? Is that, we finally solved that color?
I think so.
Those replacement pieces?
I think so.
We'll take a look at that too.
Yeah,
all right, so I'm stepping out.
See you.
Very beautiful.
See you.
Very beautiful. All right. I was able to build this by using the old vault board. It's now a shell. Right, and now what I'm getting ready to do before I start the waxing of the table is I need to put a coat of deck correct that we had left over on this on all 6 sides. This is the shelf that's going to go next to that shelf. And before, hopefully we're kind of cut on time today because we're headed to a concert tonight. So we got to be refreshed. So here's the parts in that bag that go with that lawnmower. See how the tires already fell off? So I got to put all the parts back on so we can get this lawnmower going again. But let me get started on waxing. I've heard of different companies, major companies, that want to hire this woman as their painter. And they're going to be willing to pay her big bucks to be the painter. So I thought it was just going to be one solid color with her non-red. Which, didn't you create this red?
Yes, it's still non-red.
But you put together some reds and created your own red.
I mixed 2 non-reds together to get another non-red. Still not
okay.
red.
Now, that's not completely red to you?
No.
Okay. All right. She's the expert. Now, I'm going to cut the camera off for a second. And Jane's going to turn around and show you what I'm doing to this table. I've already put on a coat of that deck correct on that future shelf. So that's what the door is looking like. I've wiped this down thoroughly for any excess that stain that might still be there. But anyway, so it's nice and clean. So this is the paste. It's a wax, but it's a paste wax. Alright, and I'm going in a circular motion.
Gosh, that's beautiful.
Right, what I'll do is I'll do the top first, and then we'll pop up the drop leaves and do them.
I hope on film you can see how pretty the grain is. In person, it's gorgeous. It's just a real rich, even though it's a walnut stain, it looks cherry because the wood's cherry, but it's beautiful. Maybe you can get a better, yeah, now that's better right there. Isn't that gorgeous? This table's well over 100 years old.
I need to take a still photograph of this.
Very good. We'll keep you posted on the progress.
One thing I really failed to mention is everything I've done to the table I do with the grain, right? So I'm going this way with the grain, okay? So we're kind of looking over to make sure I hadn't missed a spot, but I have the entire top now waxed. Now, I'm going to bring an old car buffer. It's a little, it sits on your end of your buff, and that will buff this out and make it really look good. But again, I just want to emphasize I'm going with the grain. Alright, this is how it looks with a coat of paste wax, which is for furniture. Alright, and so I now just got to let it sit there and then I can buff it. Now, in the meanwhile, I gotta grab this kit right here and take it with me out to, let's go around here and grab this kit. No, this is just wonderful. Alright, so I wish it almost feels like a GoPro. So we're going like this, okay, and now it's time. I over-exerted myself and popped that off, right? So now we found on a location online, so we got the parts for it, so I can take this piece completely off and put the, well, used but new to us piece. So that's what I'm working on there. As we walk around, see what Jane's doing. That's the, it's just scrap material. It was 3/8 that I nailed together with brass and glued. And it's another shelf to go along with this shelf that we did that was the walkboard. So now Jane is doing her caulking act.
Yep.
And then she's going to start painting the white, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so that's what she's doing, and I've got what I've got to do, and we'll update you a little later. Since we have a concert to go to tonight, we're calling quits a little early. I think she's got 2 coats of both red and white on the barn door. Right now, this is what the table looks like. What I'm going to do next time I'm here is take a cloth like this and really buff it. But actually what I'm going to use is a thing that I use from a car. It's like a glove, alright, for buffing up wax. So it's going to look really good. Here's Jane. I'll follow her around. Alright, she's saying goodbye to you.
Bye-bye.
And like I said, we're leaving early today because we got a concert to go to.
Harry Connick. Yay!
So until another day, we'll see y'all.